magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Bago ako magsimula, and before I start my piece, let me just pause for a while, and maybe I would like to ask these few questions. You just have to raise your hands. Among all of us here, except for some foreign guests of ours, you know of number coding, and you know of truck ban, and you basically we are all here on the case of our traffic. So, like all of us in the industry that traverse Metro Manila, I just want you to put into your mind how many in our group would put up an additional to be able to serve our customers. Meaning to say, the number coding starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. With that, let us put it into our mind. If you have 100 vehicles in Metro Manila and you would like to follow the number coding, and if you like to operate in 100%, how much reserve will you put in? Just as like as in our case, if Mr. has an X vehicle, the Mrs. has an X vehicle, the Mr. has an extra vehicle, the Mrs. has an extra vehicle. That's what has been going around. And for those people that have only one vehicle and they have a truck ban or a number coding, how much reserve will he be put into? For those guys who will answer right away, for 100 vehicles, how much reserve will he put into? I'll give an award, a trip to Balisin. And you may raise your right hand right away. For 100 vehicles to comply with the number coding, how much should be the reserve? Okay, there's a right hand there, Pong. 20? Any other answers? 20. 50. 100? No. Nobody gets the right answer. The answer is 25. The answer there is 25, so, I will just pause you for a while. I'm looking at Charlie over here, So again, this is just to break us in our, our approach here in our meeting today. And as I come over here, this seminar, this conference getting heated. No, this is my second time or third time that would have spoken in the forum, and thanks to LBC, my friendly friends, that keep on inviting people to attend to conferences, especially logistics, that plays a very key role in our lives. My warmest greetings to the organizers of the Asia Logistics Summit 2017, and to our good friend, Mr. Richard Mills of Clare Associates, fellow speakers, my colleagues in the industry, kasama nyo rin ho akong kargador. Yes, participants, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po. Good morning to all of you. I am delighted to be with you all today, and as I share my story, I hope that I could impart knowledge and information drawn out from many years of experience in the logistics and transport industry. Logistics transformed from its traditional role to a more complex and dynamic set of activities it is today. And I would like to emphasize that present-day customers are accurately aware of many logistics and supply chain issues and closely watching the way we execute each and every step. Logistics matters to our customers, even without them knowing it. They just don't use the same language as logistics professionals. In yesteryears, receiving a commercial parcel was a rare, almost magical occurrence. And since the delivery guys back then are normally from the neighborhood post office. You knew it was coming, and yet you didn't know when. As we place purchases for limited items via a mail order service, parcels will be packed and gathered somewhere and materialized on our doorsteps without us ever raising questions about how they got there. Of course, unboxing was another story as we gasped in awe and anticipation, hoping that what we bought on the basis of advertisement on glossy magazine and the real things are the one and the same. Yes, home delivery service was or is already available then, though it may not be as sophisticated as what we have today. With the advent of technology and the rapid utilization of IT in trade and commerce, just as what Charles says, receiving parcel now has become a daily occurrence. For the more tech-savvy and the millennials, it may be happening more often than buying physically in the brick and mortar store, which our good friend Lazada will speak today. Purchasing decisions are also now guided by digital technology, as buyers can read reviews online, zoom in photos of products, sometimes inspect them in 360 degrees view or 3D. Buyers would even demand to know when orders will be fulfilled and delivered to their doorsteps, to the day and to the hour. In the past, a disgruntled customer of a courier service could only spend hours on the phone and rant about a bad experience, wrong delivery, or a damaged package. Or maybe write a letter to a newspaper and hope that it got published in the corner column. Now, customers are just a keyboard away to a vast network of social media to post, share, and so lay a claim and connect with other dissatisfied customers. On a positive note, a good product or exemplary service may earn you instant accolades with likes and smileys and favorable recommendation, free advertisement, and endorsement in social media. At this point, allow me to share basic yet very important data for logistics. The Earth we live in is composed of 7 continents, with political subdivision of 195 countries. Its surface area is 510,072,000 square kilometers, 361,132,000 kilometers of water, and 48,940,000 square kilometers of dry land, with an estimated population to have reached 7.6 billion as of October 2017. For us in the logistics industry, this poses an enormous challenge, as we would like to claim to deliver goods everywhere, from the post-service apartments in the metropolis to the remote hamlets in the hinterlands. However, it may be difficult and more challenging to find a delivery address in a 301,780 square kilometers area, especially in an archipelago like the Philippines, spanning 7,164 islands with 81 provinces across 17 regions. And I have not mentioned yet the limited infrastructure and transport systems that are available in some areas, specifically the remote provinces. Given the topography and climate patterns, it also requires better understanding of how changes in the weather can affect carrier availability, timeliness, and productivity. All these factors may add up to the cost of moving goods along various routes. Let's not go far. Try to imagine doing the same in 42.88 square kilometers city of Manila, sorting through a 1.78 million inhabitants, 897 barangays and streets that have no names or may have changed names recently. Based on the 2015 census of population, with over 40,000 people per square kilometer, Manila is now the most densely populated city proper in the world. I may not need that elaborate about the traffic situation in the area. Road conditions, some of its narrow alleys that have been blocked by vendors, by a basketball court, or even a barangay hall. And as a total logistics provider, we cannot simply choose routes or service areas. Being in the service industry, we also have a duty to serve our nation, to carry out mission-critical deliveries. For example, to help secure an electoral process or to bring cure to an ailing patient in the countryside. A recent study conducted by the World Bank IFC and the Department of Trade Industry Competitiveness Bureau revealed that logistics costs in the Philippines represents more than 25% of sales, the highest among Asians. I repeat, according to the study conducted by the World Bank IFC, the cost in the Philippines represents more than 25% of sales, the highest in Asia, among Asians in the logistics costs. Comparing the figures with those of Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia, we scored the highest in all four cost components. Makinig po tayo dito. Transport, warehousing, inventory carrying, and logistics administration. I will repeat. Transport, warehousing, inventory carrying, and logistics administration. We are happy that the TI Competitiveness Bureau bring us into the partnership as we move around the country to share this World Bank IFC baseline study, conduct consultation, and expand the survey sample size for its next round and validation. As gleaned from the same study, manufacturers and traders cited reliability as the most important logistics performance dimension. Reliability, followed by cost and time. As these three dimensions are interrelated, it is where we, kayo, tayo, logistics providers should focus our sights as we review our processes and evaluate our cost structures. The Philippine logistics sector tumbled 14 spots from 57 to 71 in the World Bank's 2016 Logistics Performance Index, mainly because of the port congestion that we had during the period. However, you may note that after improving our LPI score and standing from 27 to 2010, our neighbors have caught up with us, and a score in 2016 is a few decimal points away from that of 2007. While conducting the logistics efficiency in the Philippines, World Bank IFC also asked the respondents to complete the LPI survey to check how the results will look like compared to the latest global ranking. Surprisingly, the score for the 10-point international logistics component showed an average of 3.45, which is higher than those garnered by Hungary, Malaysia, and Poland, 3.43 countries, which have ranked 31, 32, and 33 respectively in the World Bank LPI 2016. As we all know, the World Bank Global LPI survey are completed by respondents outside of the country, and their perceptions and appreciations may be difficult from our stakeholders here. Now that the trade assumed in the B2C arena, the customers express their voices and define how they would like to be served. They want to place orders in the morning and receive in the afternoon, with some even preferring to have deliveries within an hour. The need for speed in delivery among customers and e-commerce retailers is a given. People want their items as soon as possible. They don't want to have to wait for a delivery that may take days or even weeks. The changing business practices and trends in the global value chain have always put a spotlight on speed of delivery. The name of the game is speed, and it is a call for action. We need to accelerate the pace of getting things done across all members of the supply chain. The continued growth of e-commerce and heightened customer expectations demand huge innovation in last-mile delivery practices. The three main players in the last-mile delivery, the customers, merchants, and delivery providers, are all confronted with different set of challenges and expectations. But they must collaborate and work together. One thing is for sure, new technologies in the industry will offer some interesting changes. Artificial intelligence, drones, delivery robots and autonomous vehicles, crowdsourcing apps, delivery lockers, etc. It will be a while though before it can be developed on a large scale, since everyone must buy into the idea for it to work. Machines will never take the place of the living human mind, but their role is to assist humans in our search for systems that would allow a higher degree of customer satisfaction and accelerate the pace to grow business to new heights. Humans will remain our most valuable asset. Their memory and adaptability are irreplaceable, especially in the last mile revolution. They just have to evolve and become an active part of the e-commerce life cycle. In closing, allow me to thank the organizers once again. Let's continue to talk, open up the conversation, and listen to everyone's thoughts, questions, and suggestions. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. Magandang umaga po muli.